Alright, so good morning, and yeah, we got some new shoes in for testing again. This is the Puma Velocity Nitro 4, which I'm quite excited about trying, as I've been absolutely loving this shoe's bigger brother, the Magnify Nitro. And yeah, once again, this is another daily trainer from Puma with a full Nitro midsole, which feels quite soft and quite bouncy. And yeah, let's see how this one stacks up. And yeah, this is nice. This feels really pleasant underfoot. I'd say a bit firmer than the stuff we have in the Magnify. Not a lot, but I feel like there's a little bit more resistance here, and I do want to do a separate video comparing the two at some point. But yeah, I'd say, man, this kind of feels like just a classic daily trainer like a Pegasus or something like that, but the foam in this just puts it on another level. So after my experience with the Magnify Nitro 3, I actually bought the Velocity here a full size down. I went from a EU 40, which I normally have, down to a 39, as Puma skips the 39.5. Well, that was probably the right decision for me. It's just fits a bit better in terms of length now. There's not quite as much room up front, but I would say be cautious when sizing down on this one, as it is a very narrow shoe, and obviously going down in size is going to make it even tighter fitting. But yeah, otherwise this upper, it's interesting. It's kind of an old school design almost. Like there's really a lot of overlays here and quite a lot of padding, but I'm definitely the last one to criticize this, as this shoe is so light. This is under 200 grams, actually 198 I think, so identical to the Rebel 5 and the Evo SL. So yeah, I really don't mind the overlays at all, and I think Puma made a very comfortable shoe here. Yeah, this shoe is just so good. This almost feels like it makes a lot of the standard daily trainers like Nike Pegasus or Brooks Ghost, Cumulus, you know, these type of shoes. I mean, I like the Pegasus, but this just almost feels like it makes those shoes a bit pointless, as you're getting the same basic kind of geometry, but much lighter and just a much better and much more fun ride here. The foam just elevates this one, and it's also quite a bit cheaper. I mean, this is only 130 euros, which I think makes this pretty much the cheapest good shoe on the market right now. Yeah, so the last Puma Velocity I had was the V2. I skipped the 3, but yeah, just looking back at the V2, it was always a really solid daily trainer. Nothing wrong with it, but also nothing really differentiating it from most other daily trainers on the market. I mean, it was just kind of a basic shoe that did the job, but yeah, this V4 here, going full nitro foam here, this has really elevated this shoe, and this has really put this in a position of its own right now. And I mean, I bought 3 Puma shoes this year. Got the Fast R3, which is pretty much the best race shoe, and the Magnify Nitro, which is the best kind of high cushion daily trainer. And yeah, this one is probably the best standard daily trainer, and yeah, it just tells me that Puma, they really are on another level right now. Yeah, I really don't like speaking in superlatives all the time, and I did call the Rebel 5 the best daily trainer of the year. Well, right now, I'd say the Rebel feeling a bit flat. It feels like it's losing the very little bit of response that it had to begin with, and I just find that with the Puma here, I mean, you're getting much better foam, and it's the same weight and 30 euros cheaper, so it is a bit hard to make a case for the Rebel now. It really comes down to fit, and if you're okay with a slightly higher drop. So there's one thing that almost goes without saying at this point, and that is that Puma just really excels at outsoles, and yeah, their Puma grip is pretty much the best in the game, and they are not playing around with this one. I mean, just look at how much rubber coverage there is, and also we have a surprisingly deep profile here, where I'm kind of thinking that they could actually relieve some of this rubber here and make this an even lighter shoe, but we always have to consider that this is the type of shoe that will sell in retail stores, and most people do like a lot of rubber underfoot, so I think, yeah, Puma did a great job with this one. Yeah, this just feels like the ideal kind of workhorse shoe, just the type of shoe you put on pretty much every day to log your easy or moderate runs. Just a mileage collector, but man, it's just so comfortable, and I think this is also going to be quite durable with the amount of rubber that Puma's put underfoot here. And there's always a question, of course, with these soft and very responsive foams, how long is it going to last? And yeah, I guess we'll see. I definitely plan on putting quite a lot more mileage on this shoe.
Voie 2, entrée en gare de train vers B Veratu via Bachara.
I'd say this is probably approaching Evo SL levels of greatness, though compared to the Evo SL, it's a bit of a different shoe. I'd say this is not quite as exciting, but that's mostly just due to the rocker here, which is a lot more toned down and not nearly as extreme, and I'd say this is much more capable for easy runs and much more stable as well, but maybe not quite as aggressive. So are there any downsides to this shoe? Well, the narrow width, I mean, it's not that narrow. I personally find this a really comfortable shoe, even though I did size down. But okay, if you have a very wide foot, then be careful with this one. But otherwise, I think for 130 euros, you are getting one of the best, if not the best, daily trainer on the market here. And yeah, I really think that you just can't go wrong with this one. Alright, so yeah, I think that's it here for the Puma Velocity Nitro 4, and yeah, what a shoe. This has really blown me away, to be honest. And I mean, I like the Magnify, I love the Magnify actually, but it is kind of a big shoe, and I think this one just has more than enough cushion. I mean, 36 millimeters of pretty soft foam, and it is so much lighter, and man, this is just, yeah, as I said, makes a lot of these daily trainers we have right now seem like almost a bit pointless in a way, and this is definitely going into the Hall of Fame, at least for this year. And yeah, hope you found this entertaining, and like and subscribe as always, and see you soon.